Hello guys. And in this video I will explain why humans will never colonize Mars, and as Neil deGrasse Tyson said, why it may be ill-advised, foolhardy and even impossible. Mars may seem like a nice warm, cozy planet, full of warm desert dunes similar to Morocco and its Sahara Desert. But it's not. In reality, Mars is extremely hostile to life, with its average temperature being -55 degrees Celsius, without radiators. Exposure to that temperature will cause water to freeze within seconds. Although along the equator temperatures can reach 20 degrees at the highest, these temperatures can plummet to -153 degrees by noon. And I'm not sure about you, but I feel very cold when it's -4 degrees Celsius here on Earth, let alone -150. Humans have never experienced a serious settlement in such temperatures. Antarctica has reported temperatures of up to -90 degrees Celsius, but that's still 60 degrees off the -150. Besides, cities have never flourished in the North and South Poles, rather they have flourished in warm conditions, besides water and fertile land. And this raises the question: how long are these astronauts going to spend outside? Is it only a half an hour window? When the surface temperatures rise to a suitable level. And of course the environment they live in must be constantly regulated, at a constant temperature, and be able to withstand the massive temperature changes outside. Anyone can tell you that will require a heckload of electricity, bearing in mind this resource is scarce and is only derived from the solar panels during sunlight. Another problem which is constantly worrying scientists are the cosmic rays. A type of powerful radiation which astronauts will be exposed to during their trip to Mars and their life on Mars. Reports are always being published, and I will put all my sources in the description below, one recent report being that the level of radiation on Mars is almost double that previously thought. Thanks to Mars' very thin atmosphere and a lack of protection from cosmic rays, the astronauts are left with a very high risk of cancer in their lifetimes, and let's face it, it's already quite high here on Earth. In addition to the cosmic rays is toxic soil, to cells and therefore life. The ultraviolet light from the sun breaks down and activates perchlorates into other chemicals deadly to cells. This oil is referred to as a toxic cocktail of chemicals that can wipe out life. And this also raises the question of how well sealed the suits are, and also the buildings. There is no chance for any defects. Another thing, these big space companies, with unrealistic goals seem to forget, is how windy Mars actually is. The red planet often has dust devils, which are whirlwinds carrying dust. Some can be small and are sometimes captured by the rovers on Mars. However, some can be, at an unimaginable scale. They have the potential to lift astronaut equipment, and launch them across buildings, causing damage, which would most likely result in a catastrophe. And there's no guarantee when it could occur. It could be during the night when astronauts are asleep. This is the thing. These space companies do not have the technology to place humans on Mars, and ensure their 100% safety from the random environmental factors. The reality is, humans are not rovers or machines, we are weak. It also brings about the question of mental health, being restricted from activities on Earth that you had for granted, like going to the beach, or going on a holiday. As Tyson said, it's not just that humans will find Mars unappealing, it's that humans can't stay on Mars for the long visit, the one-way trip to Mars. I do believe humans can create a heavily regulated colony that to study, for short periods. But if going to Mars is a plan for humanity to relocate because of the destruction of our planet, then it's a wrong plan. If it's because of the wars, then end the wars. We should look to end world poverty before reaching for the stars, right? This planet is what we should be protecting and preserving. It has the capacity to sustain billions of more humans. The Earth was made for us.